Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the Blackguard, the man with the fanciest hat in the business. I'm never going to get over that, you know. It's so fancy. I hope everybody's been having a nice day. We are here in Tier 3, or what used to be Tier 3, and is now just extended Tier 4. Apparently, we are attacking the Keep. The Keep of PV entranceness, as it is otherwise known. And judging by the amount of Destro that's in Black Crag, I think they're probably going to try and push it at the same time. I think this keeps being set up as a false pretense. But what do I know? I just play this game frequently. We are 11% of our way towards 78. God knows when we're going to get 78. Probably next week. Because this level is quite long. 452,000 renown we have to get. Whew. So we're technically a ninth of the way there. How's that for head, Maz? I'm amazed I did that as quickly as I did. I'm now sort of thinking to myself, did I do it wrong? I'm terrible when it comes to mathematics. Really, I am. Like, 2 plus 2 to me is 22. Oh no, wait, it's 4. So yeah. Fun and games. We're going to be going for the gloves next. Because it's another piece that we can wear. Although, if we get the 78 first, I may just go for the jewelry item. Because the jewelry item, what will it give me? It'll give me 88 toughness. But it'll drop off our 66 strength. So what I would probably do in that point is work out whether it'd be better to get the Warlord gloves or the Sovereign ones. Oh crikey, I don't even have a talisman on my shoulder pads. What the hell am I playing at? Why don't I have it? That's so weird. Oops. Sure. As you can tell, I'm very observant. I'm fully on top of everything. Oh god. If I had brains, I'd be dangerous. I really, really would. Not the super chucker. Anything but the super chucker. But yeah, like, so I'd get 88 toughness, I'd lose 66 strength. If I went for another piece of Warlord, I have 99 melee power, which would offset the 66 strength. Well, it would offset it to a degree. Strength, so you're more useful stat than melee power, but the other option would be I go for that and get 6 block. So 6% block would not be terrible. Would take me to 18. And then with my 1% per 10 hatred, that would go up another 10. So that would be nearly a 1/3 chance to block at max hit. So either or, really, in the grand scheme of things. I probably should join a warband if there is one. The Howdruff. Fairly sure I've guarded him in a scenario before. I'll join this one. Where is he? He's over here, apparently. There you go. You have a guard. Oh, I've been moved. I'm now with Zarkil. Where's Zarkil? Zarkil's over there. Never understood why a blackguard wouldn't have their helmet showing. Unless they don't have a helmet, but there's no way you're getting a 40 and not having a helmet, so... Like, seriously. Hashtag team helmet. Oh, hey, I called it. Ram and Black Crag. They're going to try and take that. Well, we're busy here. Guaranteed it was going to happen straight from the off. Oh, there's somebody fell down at an inopportune time. I wonder. Black Crag. Black Crag. So, the organised warbands are in Black Crag. This is just the pugs here. Again. Just putting it out there. All zone pushes are organised and planned. I've been saying it for months. It feels very much like the only time a zone is ever properly pushed is when there is agreement between both sides. And by both sides, I mean the people who play both sides. Hey, there's little demons. I shall cheer at them. He doesn't even allow you to inspect. Jesus. I have to look at him the old-fashioned way. I do like his robes. Like, I like the way he's got his robes done. Where'd my chopper go? Oh, he's right beside me. I'm utterly blind. I was like, where'd he go? Is he over there? Is he over here? No, he's right beside me where he should be. Oh, God. So we can add not very observant and blind as a bat to my growing list of attributes. Good old oil. This is the point where you just need to be able to build, like, siege towers. Just start assaulting the walls. Or even if you go out on a limb, work a pulse. Just constantly tossing people in. You have a Chosen and a Chopper arguing which one is Tarzan and which one is Jane. Just to show that we have got maximum focus on what we're doing here. Like, I should probably be over there doing Hold the Line or something, but most of Order retreated inside. They're currently in the don't feed them morale or kills point of view. Ah, Rav's here. Tear this pathetic keep to its core. Sure. Why not? I'm in through the door, yo. I'm hitting all of the buttons, making some of the difference. Pitiless strike for Chewie. White Lion is running away to save his soul. I got knocked off, so I'm re-assaulting the keep. This is the part of the keep siege that I hate the most. They just stand and batter away at the Lord. Like, you can't get around it. You can't put any other mechanic in, but... it'd be really cool if they did it where the Keep Lord is assigned, it's one of the players. So there used to be a mechanic, and I can't remember how it triggered. Maybe it was when you hit Renown rank 100. But you got, like, boosted in size. You became like a giant, and you did like loads of damage and you had loads of health. They could repurpose that, and they could make it like a player within the keep gets boosted to be the Keep Lord. Maybe make it someone who's claimed the keep. And if you don't claim the keep, then it's just any old random person. That'd be kind of cool. Be a bit different. Don't know how you would restrict them to this room, but... maybe have it if, like, they leave the bounds of the inner keep. The keep automatically falls. And if they go, like, downstairs or whatever, they do no damage. Not necessarily saying that's what they should do, I'm just saying it's something that they could do to make it different. I always find the taunt graphic quite weird. It's like, I get he's doing a big flex or whatever it is, but it is realistically not what I expected taunt to be. Like, I suppose it's like the same with anything. How do you create a graphic for taunt? Nearly there. Always seems to take forever. I don't know whether that's just me finds that, or whether it's a general thing, but there's some keeps you do, and it feels like you just chew through the lord in seconds. And then there's others you do it, and it's like, feels like you're there for hours. It's very, very strange. Go do a wee circle round the back, because I could have swore we had collision there towards the end. Not getting anything in tab targeting, mind you, but just in case. Like, no collision here, so... Maybe it's just my imagination playing tricks on me. As it is oft to do. I think we're fresh on our ORVR week. Yeah, just getting started. Complete muddle at the minute what day it is. Feels like it should be Thursday or Friday and it's only really Tuesday. My sleep schedule is completely out of whack after last week. And all the days just feel like they're the same at the minute. Hey bud, how's things? How's your day going? I'm not too bad, bud. Just enjoying getting back in the Blackguard for a bit. Glad the working day is over. Getting a chance to take a break. Relax. Before we do it all again tomorrow. It's always the way. Well, the best part about it is, like, we have back-to-back holidays coming up over here, so we get a bank holiday at the start of May. And it's always the first Monday of May we get a bank holiday. But it just so happens that the Monday after that is the King's coronation. So we get it off as well. So I have all of next week off. So I am really looking forward to that. So I am literally in day countdown mode at the minute. The only downside of it is, anytime you're off work for any length of time, it's horrendous when you go back, getting back up to speed. That's a problem for future me, however. So I'm just going to enjoy it when I get the chance. Well, in a surprise to nobody, I think the next destination is a Black Crag. I've been working on shoes in the last week. I think he's like level 34. Nice! How are you finding it? I've got a wee chosen myself. I've been leveling him for ages now. I started him back in, I want to say it was September. And I kind of parked him when he got to 20. And I went back to him there a couple of weeks ago. And I think he's now sort of around your level, about 30. I think he's 31, 32 maybe. And he's two-handed and it's great fun. I love... oh god, I can never remember the name of it. The channeled attack that you spec for in the damage tree that deals spirit damage. It's great fun. I love it as an ability. I keep wanting to call it Rampage, and it's not Rampage. It's like Reckless, or can't think of it. It's great attack. Like, it and Ravage combined, just because they do spirit damage, they just wreck people. Yeah, I have it in my head that it could be Reckless, and then I'm like, no, I think I'm getting it confused. I can never remember the name of abilities. I always remember what they do. I can never remember the names. Outside of the basic things like Taunt and Guard. What auras do you run with? I usually just stick to the primary three. The strength, toughness, and resistance ones. If you see a chosen standing around named Blood Razor, that's me. Oh, I'll keep an eye out, dude. I run strength, the AP one, and spirit damage one. Ah, okay. I'm bad with ability names as well. I think everybody is. Like, I think, unless it's the only class you play, and you've been playing it for years, I think everybody's in the same boat. I like to go for the basic three auras simply for the fact that with Bolster, they get even stronger. And that's pretty much the main reason for it. Like, some of them are really nice, like in Keep Sieges, for example. I'd love to do the AP one and the damaging one. Just because as a passive thing, you're really helping people out, but I can never get myself away from the basic three. I've been running the AP aura and AP tactics since there's been so many Slayers lately. Gotta take that AP from... Yeah. And that's the thing, especially when you're leveling, like, so many classes get AP starved really easily, so it's like a good shout. What renown ranks you're choosing at? Dang, looks like I need to be logged on right now. Oh, I think we've got order coming. We've lost all the sound effects. Renown rank 36. Ah, not too bad. You're keeping it ahead of your character rank, okay? That's the main thing. Oh, there's a witch hunter here somewhere. Where though? Where is the witch hunter? Here, little witch hunter. He is somewhere. Yeah, will not be at least renown rank 40 when I hit 40. Oh, 100%. Like, the higher up you can get it, the better. Like, I think I was saying it one of the other nights there, it's like, I kind of feel like in order to be competitive, once you hit level 40, you need to be sort of in and around Vanquisher and Oppressor gear, which is like renown rank 55 to 58 or something like that. Because I found leveling each of my different characters up, the closer I get to that point, the easier time I feel like I have. Like the Blackguard, he got 40-40, I think. And he just about got it, because like my renown rank in him was like way behind at the time. And like I really struggled at first, just even building any kind of momentum after I hit 40. And it was the same with the witch elf. She was only like 40-45. And like I just felt like I couldn't really do anything as part of like the overall RVR effort. So yeah, 100%. Like the more renown you can get ahead of hitting 40, like the better position it feels like you're in. I used to play Order like 3 years ago. My Night of the Blazing Sun really started feeling good once she got to renown rank 68 and was full invader. Yeah, like the gear really makes a difference for the melee classes, I find. Range classes, it feels like you can get away with it more. But melee classes, it feels like you have to have those extra levels. This guy's in trouble unless he can get his bouncy off. Nope. Yeah, I think so as well. Yeah, like it's been really weird because I've had a few melee characters now get to 40, and what was it? There was this guy, the Disciple of Cain, the Marauder, the Witch Elf. Am I forgetting anybody? I think that's it. And the one out of all of them that's felt the strongest is the Marauder. And I think he was like 40, 48, I think, when he, or 40, 47 perhaps. He just felt the one that found it the easiest. Like, even at the minute, I think he's like renown rank 50. And he still feels competitive in a way that like the Witch Elf, the Blackguard didn't until they got past that Vanquisher Oppressor point. Yeah, it's really, really weird. The Marauder never really had the drop off that any of the others did. Like the Disciple of Cain, he's what, renown rank 39 or something like that, I think. And he just melts. He goes near anything, he just melts. But the Marauder, like, I don't know, he just feels like he never took a step down. Like, the only time I ever felt it was when he got to renown rank 30... Was it 36 or something? Whenever he was able to wear Annihilator gear, I put Annihilator gear on him, and it felt like his usefulness went off a cliff. And then I went back to... I can't remember whether it was Mercenary or Devastator gear, whichever one gave him the set bonus that had the armor debuff, and he just felt like a god again, even though he had less armor and lower stats. Maybe I should make a Marauder as my DPS instead of Choppa. I'm actually leveling a Choppa at the minute. I had made a wee Choppa. Oh god, it was about a month ago maybe, and I just played him casually off and on for like 20 minutes or whatever whenever I'd be converting my stuff over to YouTube. And he left tier 1 on Sunday, I want to say it was. I think he progressed into tier 2, and I'm having some fun with him. I really just like the chaos aesthetic, so the Marauder for me is always going to be my primary choice when it comes to melee DPS, but the Chop is a lot of fun. The Marauder's got better solo potential just because it doesn't have the Choppa's mechanic that punishes it for building its damage, but like nothing's going to match a Choppa for damage potential in the end anyway. But the Marauder's a lot of fun. I play the Marauder as Brutality spec, and most of the people I meet tend to play it as Monstrosity. And I honestly find Brutality spec just so strong. Like I can't. Anytime I've tried to play any of the other spec lines, it just feels like it's too weak. And like, there's a guy in the channel quite often called Tibu. He has a Marauder, and he plays it Monstrosity spec, and he really enjoys it as Monstrosity spec. But I just can't. I can't get on with it that way at all. Oh, there's a runaway Slayer. Come back, runaway Slayer. Oh, this is the fake Tosh. There's a guy running around, he's got a Slayer called Shut Up Kid. And the first time I seen it, I thought it was an alt that Tosh had made. And it's not, it's just some random guy who has a very similar name. But Tosh actually made an engineer, and he called it Zell with 2 H's. Which makes me very sad, because it means I'm now associated with an engineer. I mean, who wants to be an engineer when you can be a magus? Maguses are so fancy. Hello, Mr. Rim Priest. I love how the warband stopped and was like, ha! Destro's gonna stop. And then I just kept charging. They're like, oh, okay. Maybe we should fall back. I really should put my Dark Protector in someone running along here just so I can leech hit from them. That's a Squig Herder. I'll put it on this guy. Wappas. I'm fairly sure I've been in scenarios with Wappas before. I'll whack it in him. To-do. Left side. Left side what? This is my favourite BO to come on my Witch Elf. The amount of renown I've got out of this one BO is obscene. My favourite used to be there was an item you could get from, oh god, the Harvest Festival doodah. It was in September, whatever the event was called. I can't remember the name of it. But it was an AP thing. This here actually, Kumis. And it basically allowed a witch elf or a witch hunter to stay in stealth permanently for 60 minutes because the action point regen it gave you overwrote the drain that the actual stealth would take away from you. So I used to come here on the witch elf with it, and I would just stand like here over in that corner somewhere in stealth waiting. And you'd see order would come in, they'd start to burn it, they'd pick up a box or two, and I would let them do it. And then I would let the BO switch. And you'd see them, they'd just go AFK. And it was hilarious. Like it was really, really funny because you just got to gank people because they just didn't think anybody was there. And then there was one night, there was an Ironbreaker came in and killed him, a Shadow Warrior came in after, killed him, and I near enough leveled up from that, because I got like 40k renown from the two of them. Like, it's obscene levels of renown you can get, especially if there's AO in the zone. Like, just find little BOs like that as a witch hunter or a witch elf, and just wait, because there'll always be someone coming just to pick up boxes or try and cap it or whatever. And sign up for some scenarios. Now that we've cleared out all those keeps and got a grand total of 1% renown. The downside of joining this kind of stuff late on, you get no renown for it. Although probably at this level, 1% renown's a lot. Oh crumbs, this has already started. There's me sitting trying to drink my tea. Alright, what have we got? 2 warrior priests and 2 archmages. And we have Yeah, we have a couple of DPS, but not tons of them. That's a tank. That's a Slayer. That's an Archmage. Hello, Archmage. Hold up the old hip. This is going to be the problem here. We're not going to have the damage to get through 4 healers. Get my guard on this guy. Where's the Squiggy? Squiggy's in the corner. Squiggy? Shammy. What RR are you at? I am currently renown rank 77. Black Crag's been captured, so we're now in Dragon Week. Don't run away, little Archmage. Stay and play. Knock that Slayer down. Pump it away. Oh, he got so lucky. Why did I never get stuck in rocks like that when it would be fortuitous for me? Alright, headed to Dragon Week. Yeah, I think it's going to be the next one they're going to push, because Thunder Mountain's not going to open for a bit. Get my guard on this guy. Hey, we did it. Didn't kill anybody. Standard. And there's the guy with the Onslaught helmet again. I got a wee tick at the end there. Ah, I suppose I would have got the thing. I thought I killed somebody with None Shall Pass. I was going to say, how embarrassing would that be if you get killed by None Shall Pass? Grab my bag. My guild just moved the wrong way. Ah, nice, dude. I'm starting to pick up Genesis crests again from bags because I want to get the oh, what do you call it? The Genesis glaive thing. Doodah. Just in case I don't get the memory of Kegalunos or whatever it's called on Balrog Burrows. This will be the thing by the time I can afford it. I'll probably do it. And I'm like, well, I've got all of these Genesis crests. I might as well have both now. Oh, look, a witch hunter. Ah, cheeky bugger. Where'd he go? Come on, witch hunter. He really doesn't want to have a go, does he? so mean. I mean, I can't blame him. I wouldn't want to fight me either. It'd just take forever. That's part of the fun of playing a defensive tank. You'll get people who'll just randomly leave you alone because it's too much effort for them to fight you. Oh, what's going on over here? This feels like another one of those scenarios where there was like a gank group was trying to gank people. Nope. I swear you find people everywhere here. Just random chamois in the middle of nowhere. I remember one night on live, we spent a while getting down into here because we thought we were going to find something like random just in the waterfall. And it was so disappointing because there was nothing there. We were sitting going, oh, maybe there'll be something. Maybe there'll be something down here. I was like, nope. I've been spotted. Yeah, come on. Come on down. It'll be fun. Oh, he's potted already. Oh, I didn't pay any attention to my health. I was too busy trying to get up top just to knock him off. Ah, hey Astro, how's things, bud? Yeah, it's going grand. We're now 77, and we have our fancy hat, so everything's going well. How's the circ treating you? You still taking names and having fun? That's the great thing about this guy, is like, the knockback's just so fun whenever you can knock somebody off something. And it's the whole reason I wanted to lure them down into that place, because it's fun just to knock people off it. I'm kind of annoyed I didn't kill the witch hunter, though. I think that fetch that the white lion got in was just enough so that he could take his potions. And then I just didn't pay enough attention to my own health. So by the time I actually got him on his own, I had no health left. But I got a sweet knockback on the white lion, so it's all worthwhile. Today has been a mixed bag. Got my ass whipped in some scenarios and destroyed others. To be honest, that's pretty much the way all the scenarios go at the minute, I find. It's just roll of the dice half the time. You either get a pre-made or there's a pre-made on your side. Depending on who has the pre-made wins the scenario. see anybody down there. It's probably full of witch hunters, mind you. Yeah, well, they all come. I could have swore I signed up for scenarios, did I not? Oh, it did a scenario. I forgot to sign up after I came out of it. That's right. Oops. I was sitting there and I was going, I was convinced I pressed that button. There's a special place in hell for people that play witch hunters. I have a witch hunter. He's only level 14 though, and it is the single most overpowered class in the game. And I won't hear a word said otherwise about it. Because you just walk through tier 1 and you kill anybody you want and get no reprisal for it. And whoever thought giving them an armor debuff off of stealth, like, I don't know. It's ridiculous. Because, like, it was the thing, I was saying it to Tosh one of the nights. It's like, I have a witch elf that's the same level as the witch hunter. And with her, I have to be really selective who I go for, who I attack. Because there's a chance she won't kill them. The witch hunter, I just charge in left and right. And it's like, okay, I'll kill him. I'll kill his friend. I'll then kill the person who came to save them. And then I'll kill the guy who's come back to try and get revenge from the grave. Like, it's just, it's insane. Like, the amount of killing potential that the witch hunter has is insane. Utterly, utterly insane. And there's a big battle by our Dragonweight Keep. Ah! I seen them attacking gankers whenever I was running through. So I'm guessing that oh no, that was their keep, sorry. Because our keep's the far one. I wonder, is that the group who was down trying to take that BO? I'm going to let them fight it out over there and I'm going to go and take this flag. I never trust Destro in these situations where they leave the flags. Because all it takes is for them to get wiped. And then all of a sudden you're losing. What's the other side looking like? Jesus, look at all the Slayers. All I ever get told is order don't play Slayers. I'm like, there's 4 of the buggers. The good thing is they've only got 2 healers. The bad thing is we've only got 1 DPS. So, you know. Are you Irish? I am indeed. I am from Northern Ireland. I'll just challenge that lot and then whack this healer who has been so far unattacked. Let us send you this away. And then knock you down, for good measure. He didn't like that. Not at all does that show that that's a pre-made, that he was calling out those ones to attack me. Still going to attack you. I ain't running away. I love how he stood there as well. He's like, this is hilarious. He's gonna leave me alone or he's gonna die instantly. And I was like, no, I'm just gonna stand here. I'm still gonna hit you. Ah, thank you for pulling me out. Gives me access to your room priest again. Let's send him in. Bye. Room priests traditionally don't like to be on the front line of fights. Although this one seems to be okay about it, probably because it's just getting hit by tanks. There's a show on YouTube called Irish People Try. It's so funny. Is that like one of those like reaction videos where they get them to try things from different countries? Let's see what their take on it is. Because there's one of those, it's called Kids React, and they're always getting them to look at like stuff from the 80s. And like, I just stare at it and go, oh my god, I'm so old. None shall pass. Foods or whiskey and stuff. Ah, okay. I think the only other one I've seen is like Americans react to British foods. Because it always seems to shock American people how sweet European chocolate is. And apparently it all comes down to the fact that apparently in America, back in the day, because the dairy farms were so far away from where they were actually making the chocolate, the milk would go off in transit. And Americans got accustomed to the taste of chocolate made with spoiled milk, so now they spoil it on purpose. And that's why American chocolate tastes so strange in comparison to chocolate that you get over here. Weird random factoid. American chocolate is known for being crap. Yep, that's why. Like, I've never really been a huge fan of American chocolate for that reason. Like, it always feels too crumbly and ugh. Whereas, like, the stuff that you get over here is very creamy and rich. But the great one was, we have crisps over here called Monster Munch. And they got them to try pickled onion Monster Munch, which, if you've ever been in the UK and you've had pickled onion Monster Munch, they are very, very strong in flavor. It's like they melt the inside of your mouth. Um, and they give the guy them to try, and like his face went through a mix of emotions that looked like pain and lust. And he's like, "That's actually quite nice." I always love things like that because it's great to see other people's like takes on stuff that you just take for granted. But I'll keep an eye out for the Irish one because that sounds like it could be fun. Irish people get very defensive over their whiskey, which is the thing. It's like a shared bond between Ireland and Scotland. Whiskey that's not Scottish or Irish is just seen as wrong. Look, I'm making a warband run away. Well, I had people standing behind me. That makes a difference, I suppose. Their fast food is on another level. You see, I've never actually been to America myself, so I don't know, but I would imagine having seen like pictures and videos of the stuff that they produce that yeah, I would imagine it's a wonderful artery clogger. I'm taking them all on. Healing myself through it as well. Boo! How many did that take? That's class. Uh, Try Channel had Irish versus Scotch whiskey. It ended at 50-50. They had to guess what came from Ireland. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like the two countries share an awful lot of heritage, just due to their proximity and the fact that back in the day they probably raided back and forth and killed each other quite a lot. But um, it's it's one of those things. It's very similar. Like even food wise, like there's very little difference between Scotland and Ireland. Um, Even stuff like humor, like Irish and Scottish humor is very similar. It's very straight to the point and in your face. Brave lad. To be honest, I'll just run into the midst of anybody. I like seeing how many people it takes to kill me. Like, it's a fun game. And that's the thing, you get scenarios like this where you'll get a warband will stop to kill me, and then I'll come back and they've left themselves wide open so that they're getting killed by like a destruction warband. Which to me is just hilarious because like here you go, like here comes the first warband back again. And like they're now down the support of their friends. That was I think that's the same, what do you call it? The same witch hunter who was fighting me up on the hill that time. Let's get ourselves off the Northern Watch. Can you speak Old Irish, the dialect I don't understand a word of? No, so this is the thing. The Irish language itself is more a Republic of Ireland thing, so it's down south. So the only people who speak it up here in the north are what we would call nationalists. Nationalists believe that Northern Ireland and Southern Ireland should be combined and be one country called ERA. Whereas sort of the unionist side of the fence, which I would sort of loosely fall into the category of, believes that Northern Ireland is part of the wider United Kingdom. So we would have a language that's called Ulster Scots. So Ulster would be the collective accumulation of the counties that form up Northern Ireland. And Scots then is obviously what it sounds like. It's a mixture of our dialect and the Scottish Gaelic dialect. And even less people speak it. I'm trying to actually think. There's a phrase in Irish that gets said a lot, and I cannot for the life of me remember it. I'm trying to run it through my head because it comes up every now and again, and it's something along the lines of like Merry Christmas or something like that. But it's like it's only ever wheeled out by the nationalist crowd because they want to annoy people into thinking that they know Irish and everybody should be speaking Irish. Oh, I can actually tell you. Bilatha Catha. I've murdered the pronunciation of it because in the actual Irish dialect, it's somewhat different. Bilatha Catha. It's basically Dublin, is what it stands for. And the only reason I know that was I used to work for a company that did insurance software. And they covered the south of Ireland. And for everything in the south of Ireland, you have to have an English representation and an Irish representation because it's just the way they do everything. It's like Wales. And I always just remember that was the one for Dublin because it kept coming up all the time that there was an issue with it or the spelling of it or something. Don't want to guard him. Is that a chocolate? No, it's an orc. I want to guard the dog. Like, this is a premium we're up against. We're not going to do anything, so... there is a word in Ireland for cheers. I couldn't honestly tell you. I can look it up, though. If I die. I always find it so funny because there's so many of the words like what the. This is twice now I've had this. I knocked him all the way over there, and then he spawns back over here. I had this with the Slayer the other night, and like, I was writing it off as, you know, oh, it's maybe a bit of lag or something, but that feels intentional. I don't know what it is. Like, it was a full-on teleport because it was the same. Like I did a clip of it, and I got like a couple of people saying, "Yeah, it could just be a lag spike. Or it could be something else." I'm like, I always take the idea that it is just that because I always like to think nobody would bother to try and like cheat or glitch in basically a free-to-play game that means nothing at the end of the day. But like. There's so many instances of it now where it just feels so shady. Like I don't get it. Like, you're already winning in this case. Like what's it going to make a difference? Like, it doesn't. I don't know. Let's see. I'll look it up here. Irish word for cheers. SLAINTE. So Google tells me it's that. Can I get it? Although, in fairness, Microsoft Translator is telling me that it's actually Gartha.
Gorha.
Or Garha.
Gorha.
Garha.
Gorha.
Okay. Apparently so. It's Garha. So, it's either Slanty, which probably sounds nothing like that in actual Irish, or Garha. It's really, really weird. Let's see, if I paste that into... let's turn it right. If I say that...
Slansa.
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 Okay. So it apparently also means cheers. So there's apparently 2 words for cheers in Irish. Which will surprise nobody in the world, because we do like a drink. There you go. Little Demons knows the score. Slancha. Are you north or south, Little Demons? I vaguely remember you having told me before. North. Okay. I was trying to convey to the guys earlier, I don't know whether you were here or not, the weird dichotomy of how our language and everything else is separated up here. We have a little bit of everything all rolled into one. And everybody is equally outraged by all of it and none of it. There goes a room priest. To be fair, we all talk mostly crap. Yeah, that's the great thing about it. And it's the hilarious thing. Like, as a country, we are incredibly laid back. Like, the one thing that you'll generally come away from, if you're ever in Northern Ireland, you'll find the people are generally very friendly and very laid back. But so help you God, if you change the slightest, tiniest little thing that makes no consequence to anything, they'll go absolutely nuts about it. It's like, how could you change that? It's like, all we've done is we've capitalized the T in this word. No! It has to be lowercase forever. It's like, literally stupid stuff like that. Don't touch my flakes. That was the great one. Like, we used to fly the Union Jack, which is the generic flag for the whole of the UK. And we flew it over our city hall every day of the year. And it got taken down one day because the regulations in government across the UK, might I add, were that you would only fly it on special occasions, right? But oh no, this was seen as an attack on unionism, so we had to have protests and riots and everything else because we weren't flying our flag all year round. And like it's just the funniest, most ridiculous thing. Oh, there's Tosh. I'm gonna wave at him. It's like the funniest, most ridiculous thing in the world. Like any other country, anywhere in the world, wouldn't think twice about it. But yet, here we are, and we're like making a whole like incident out of it. And I think it was like, I want to say it was a couple of years before. So one of the things that gets done quite a lot is people will paint in some of the different estates. They'll paint like the curbstones, so the bit that separates the road from the pavement, with different colors. So depending on like the area that you're living in, you'll maybe paint it the colors of the Union Jack or the Irish tricolour. Doesn't hurt anybody, doesn't do anything. But there was a whole thing that we're not going to do that anymore, and everybody was equally up in arms about it. And it's like, why? It's literally a bit of paint. It's like, it's just so weird. Like, I remember saying at the time, it's like, I think, like, clearly the only way to fix this country is the flag will just always be pure white. And you can only ever paint anything white because we're surrendering to idiocy. And our national anthem would just be white noise. That way nobody can get offended. Should we worry about fixing like our health service or providing kids with food or homeless people with homes? No. Let's complain about flags. I'm being ganged up on by Knights of the Blazing Sun. They're clearly jealous of my fancy hat. Even though they've got feathers. I love the dialect. You see, this is the weird thing. I've heard this a few times. Like, people will say, oh, it's such a really nice accent. And to us here, we sort of think of it as like, it's fine when we're speaking it to one another. But I think everybody in the country has a unique hatred when we hear our accent on the TV. Because it sounds like nails on a chalkboard to us. It just sounds so weird. And it's even worse when somebody tries to recreate it. So my favourite of the lot is there's a Jack Ryan film called Patriot Games. And it's Sean Bean is playing a terrorist from here. And he has a... he is like the single worst Northern Irish accent possible, and you just can't help yourself but laugh at it. It's so funny. And there's just one line. He's like, spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't seen the 1990s film Patriot Games. He has a line in it whenever he causes Harrison Ford's wife and kid to crash their car, which is, they're gone. But he does it in such a weird way, and I just break down laughing every time I hear it. We call Londonderry Derry Londonderry so as not to offend anyone. Yes! It's the greatest thing. If you're ever on a train in our country, they say this train is going to call at Derry stroke Londonderry, because the Unionist community call it Londonderry and the Nationalist community call it Derry. Because, sure, we can't think of a name that we both agree on. And my favouriteest thing about it is there was one day I was sitting on the train and the guy forgot to call it that way, and he just called it one of them. And he immediately came back on like the wee intercom thing. I was like, that is just to confirm that this train is going to Derry stroke Londonderry. It's just like, clearly someone's just had a go at you for saying it one way and not the other. And then there's a comedian from Northern Ireland called Patrick Keelty, and there's a comedian who's very, very British, a very, very posh British accent called Michael McIntyre, and he was coming to Londonderry to do a gig, and he got really, really freaked out, and he was saying to Paddy Keelty, "How should I say it? Do they prefer it called Derry, or do they prefer it called Londonderry?" And he told him that the real natives call it London. So he walked out on stage to all of these people in Londonderry and called it London. It was like, you're lucky you didn't get an encore with petrol bombs. Oh, it's the ridiculous nature of the place. Brad Pitt was worse. He was worse. His wasn't great either. But it just goes to show you, it's such a terrible accent to try and pull off. Stream asked me to jump on you, buddy. Always love. Were you jumping on me? Was Tosh jumping on me? You must have done it while I was in the middle of chatting. So I didn't notice. But damn you, Tosh's stream. You are evil. Like, the most impressive one I ever seen. There's a show at the minute. Or sorry, I say at the minute. There was a show called Derry Girls that got very famous, and it was set up in Londonderry. And one of the girls in it, she's not even from here. I think she's English, and her accent was perfect. I honestly thought she was from here. She's either English or she's from down south. I can't remember which it is, but her natural accent sounds nothing like a Londonderry accent. Oh, apparently Order's trying to ram our keep. With equal numbers? Really? Are they mad? Oh, I see what they're doing. It's the it's so that they can get at the one in Thunder Mountain, I think. Haha, did not even notice. To be fair, like, I pay so little attention to things. Like, I really, I don't notice half the time. The only time I ever notice things like that is if I'm specifically paying attention to it. Because it's the same. There's an awful lot of the times, like, I'll be sitting here and I'll be mid chat about something, and when I look back at the screen, it's like so and so has waved at you, and I'm like, oh, so and so was waving at me. Where have they gone? And they've probably like switched zones. It was that long ago. I'm guessing that ram didn't last long. Although I'll tell you what, scenarios have gone off a cliff. Nope. There's a shadow where. And iron breaker. My liniment buff is always disappearing. What kind of bug is that? I'm going to say that you've either ran out of 30 minutes or it's that weird thing that happens when you switch zones sometimes. Do you know what? Let's do join all. I was going to say I don't understand why that white lion was jumping to his death, but now I do. Hello, Destro. This hill used to be the biggest killer in all of Age of Reckoning back in live. See, if you tried to go down this hill on a mount, you would die by the time you get to the bottom. Because it used to do the wee jump off thing that going down a cliff would do. And you would just constantly take fall damage. I need to get over here. There we go. Thunder Valley. I have not done Thunder Valley since it was the weekend scenario. And I hope it gives me as much renown as it was then. Because it was amazing. We'll go for the Witch Elf. I want to see what this guy's using. Because that helmet looks class. Oh, it's that one. I quite like the way the eyes are done on it. I'm not 100% sold on this split in it here, because it looks a bit dodgy. But I like this general eye bit of it. Nice axe head as well. I like axe heads that look as if they could actually be used as an axe. And we don't have any heals. Do we not? Oh yeah, we don't. Good times. Order's got heals though. Has anybody completely give up and ran off somewhere? Black Orc fella, this guy, doesn't seem interested. All in one? No. Kinda. Come on, all of you just come over here with me. Come on. Ah! What the hell killed me? Jagged Edge. Oh, Withering Heat. I was gonna say I had enough health left. I was trying to get them as close to that edge as possible because I was going to run the other side and do my AoE knockback to try and get as many of them into that hole as possible. They didn't fall for it, the buggers. We Witch Elf's doing the job, backcapping them. Oh, he blocked me. The one thing I wish was different about the Blackguard's knockback was that it had a shorter cooldown. Not for balance reasons or anything like that, it's just it's more fun to be able to knock more people off things. Oh, there's one. Ah! If only I got him this way. Hurt. Aha! Took too long. Got him! Burn, baby, burn. I think I got him before. Nope! Oh! Didn't get my angles right for that at all. I think they're all really annoyed now. Boy, if I had a healer, you boys would be in trouble. Can I find one who doesn't have immunity? Ah, I landed it. Love it. Come on. Yes! Victory! Oh, the bugger survived. Ruined. Ruined. I really get too much fun with this map. I really do. I just love it when you can knock them into the lava. It's just, it's fun. Utterly worth the 2 deaths. I have no idea where the fighting's taking place now. How's the RVR? When I started, Destro was just taking keeps for fun. Now it seems to be fairly even. In Dragon Wake at least anyway, but I've no idea what anybody's trying to do. Order had a ram up, and then the ram disappeared, and then Destro was pushing over to the Order side, and then I went into a scenario, and now it's Order's pushing back this away again. Come to me, little Orderlings. White Lion running away. Fairly standard. Oh, there's a White Lion actually charging in. Sure. Only 4 billion orders, so they hug their keep as usual. They do love finding things to hide inside. Ah, Oryx in here. I shall cheer at him. I do like Oryx. I very rarely ever get a chance to catch his videos. Because I've only ever caught him live once, and he was literally just finishing as I got to it. And he's like recreating Martyr Square in Unreal Engine, which is pretty cool. I liked his walkthrough of it he did a couple of months ago, I think it was now, he was showing it off. And I just enjoy watching him play the Witch Elf, because he plays it far better than I'll ever play a Witch Elf, which isn't hard, but like he really seems to know how to get a tune out of it. I think he was playing a Witch Hunter last week or something. Vaguely remember seeing it. But yeah, if you can, go and give him a follow, because it's like his stuff is really fun to watch. He's going to be cursing me because I'm guarding him and I'm nowhere near. Mind the puddle of pee. Guess it's time to be one of the few solo warlings. I think there's a couple of them floating around tonight. I've seen a couple of witch hunters out and about, and there's a white lion roaming around. I think there's a shadow warrior roaming around as well, but he might be with people. I only seen him, but I get the sneaky suspicion he might be actually roaming with somebody. I am really surprised they haven't sent anybody to backcap us. Really surprised. We did it! Didn't even get protection or objectives. Was I even in this scenario? So I just walked into the middle of a desert warband, grabbed a box, walked away without anyone killing me. I don't know they were there as I cleared my cache when I ended last session. Nice, dude. It's like, this air feels like it's thicker than normal. Oh goodness, look at all those red names suddenly appear. I wonder if you were invisible to them. Because there's a thing I see every now and again, and it's usually with like witch elves. But they're in stealth, but I can't see them stealth. They're like completely invisible, and it's only when they come out of stealth that they appear. So I'm just wondering, is that like a thing where it's like the game's not quite loading them in right or something? What have we got on this one? One of each healer. Although we do have Lucy McLean. I'm not in her party though. Sads. It's Gennaro. Has to be said every time. Protect the zealots. There you go. Zealot protected. Kill the Archmage. Or at least inconvenience the Archmage. Hi! Bye. Bye. Did I get him? Out to sea. Love it. That is never gonna get old. Yoo-hoo! Scare them away. Hello, Archmage. Remember me from earlier. That Rune Priest must be raging because he just self-res. He's like, no one's going to have noticed. Just as I was walking this way. Timing. It's everything. Again, the perfect example. If you keep a team's healers on the move or out to sea, that was the case there. Like, it does wonders for keeping your own side alive. He's brave. The self-res goes right, it's amazing. If it goes badly, you basically turn yourself into dinner and dessert for someone. 100%. Usually what happens for me whenever I use self-res, because I time it so poorly, I'm usually like, oh, there's nobody here. Self-res. Just as a warband walks around the corner. Oops. How's it going, Pocknock? Hopefully you're having a nice morning. Stabby. Someone's having fun with his cannon. Hey, I got a kill. 6k. Look! Defensive Blackguard does as much killing as Mighty Slayer of Doom. Bouncy. Let's see, actually, because this gives you the breakdown of stats. I had 4k damage contributing to a kill, and Tosh had 9k. So, I'm a more efficient killer. I'm going to take that as.
Greetings.
It's all in good spirit. Tosh's a nice guy. I'm doing good. At some point I started to feel weird about my wee little white lion ult. Last night I made a slayer. It was too difficult for you to keep running away. The angry short dwarf vibe just feels better to me. Hey, it's me and Lucy McLean. The dream team. And the fellow with the amazing hat. That's the onslaught helmet for the Blackguard. That's what I lusted after for so long, because that's what my Blackguard in Live had, only it was Dark Promise back then. But no more, because of my fancy alternative that I always wanted on Live but could never get to. It's like the full journey of my helmets. That's where my live blackguard started. That's where he ended up, and that's what he wanted. I've seen about 200 witch hunters so far in Dragon Week. Yeah, they're all over the place, dude. There's one of them back here as well. Two of them back here. Where's Lucy? Lucy needs me. Hey wee. Also, I know the dual wield builds for Slayers tend to be better, but the single target burst you can get from two-handed seems very tempting for scenarios. I'm not 100% proficient, shall we say, with Slayers or Choppas, but I had heard once upon a time that the reason people didn't play two-handed was because it was quote-unquote bugged. But what I heard recently was it's not that it's bugged, it's that the tactics that you have to use to make it quote-unquote meta viable is not not good, because you need one specific one that you can't drop, and by having that you have to give up something else. Yeah, I'd say if you like it, give it a go. It can't hurt. Like, to be honest, the way I'm playing the Blackguard isn't the sort of the way that people would suggest to play it. Everybody tends to suggest that you play it as two-handed, but I just get so much fun playing Sword and Shield Blackguard. Tactics for 200 are awkward and weird as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, that's the most recent thing I've heard about it. Like, I can't really speak to it because my chop has only just turned 16 and I've never played a Slayer, so I don't really know. But I've seen some two-handed choppers that absolutely destroyed do, so do as you please. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like you can get a tune out of any variation of any class in the game. And it's the one thing I think I was saying it to someone the other night, is that you should never try and play something the way somebody else plays it, because you'll know what's most fun or best for you. So just do what you enjoy. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect. Like, the way I play this guy's not perfect, but I get a lot of fun out of it. And at the end of the day, it's a game, so you might as well play it for fun. So just do whatever you find the most fun at the time. Also, it seems like I should have come on like 5 minutes later. I'm now locked in order when I should have hopped on to Destra. Always the way, dude. Always the way. I tried DPS Warrior Priest, Hammer and Shield Warrior Priest, and addition to the standard meta build, and now I run a Franken build that's mostly meta but with a dose of shield stuff and a few goodies that are like too much to give up. That's the thing. It's like you'll always land on something that you enjoy. Can I remodel the chosen model in this game, or do I have to ask the developer? What do you mean remodel it? As in, like, its stature? So all of the statures are fixed. So the only thing you can really change is like face and hair, and skin color. Um, Ooh, that's a lot of order. Give me hit. Look at all the blocks. None shall pass. More armor. Get rid of all of that. Buff up the old toughness. Give myself a wee heal. And a longer duration heal. And that. And we're back to block time. Now I've got a healer. They're all getting really mad. Someone's getting pulled. Again, the fun of a defensive tank. It's really difficult for them to kill you. I think you should go for a journey. To Never Land. Oh yeah, you can't CC the lion anymore. That's the most annoying thing about it now. You can't CC the lion. I really should have joined up for scenarios again. But what was I saying? Yeah, so you can't change the stature, or the scale, or size, or anything of any of the classes. You can only change the cosmetic details of them. Because it's all hard coded behind the scenes. Oh, they're attacking the keep in Thunder Mountain. To Thunder Mountain. Hey, Scorinus. Nice things, bud. Again, I apologize if I get your name wrong. Oh, we're the bottom keep. We'll go this way. Am I at least close with the pronunciation? As long as I'm in the ballpark, it'll make me feel better. Hopefully you're having a nice day. Oh, I'm in the ballpark. That's the main thing. There's been a few times people have come into chat and I'm just sitting there like, oh boy, I'm gonna get nowhere near this. I always feel bad because I have to say something. Because like the normal thing is like if I come across somebody in, like work life or social life and I've no idea how to say their name, I'll get really embarrassed about it. So I'll work my way around it, and it'll just be a case of like uh, I'll try and like avoid ever having to use a name, and it's just hey, how's things, you dude, man. Oh, it gets really, really confusing because then somebody else will join that's like, and who are you talking to? I'm talking to this great fella here, this guy whose name I won't say. I'll let you introduce yourself. I don't want to be rude. It gets very awkward very quickly. Seems easy to pronounce to me. I mean, it's just Zenai rocks backwards. Easy. Really? Zenai rocks. What's Zenai rocks? And if you say it's Squarian is forwards, I'm just gonna roll my eyes at you. Damn you, Pocknock. You monster. I'm gonna guard the Squiggy since he's in the meatball of doom. What are we up against, actually? Oh, it's 2 warrior priests and 2 rune priests again. This is going to be a horror show of epic proportions. Nothing will die. Find me one of the smaller dwarves who wiggles about to heal people. There's one. I'll stand behind him so he can't get away as easily. He still managed to get away really easily. I'll try it again with this one. Well, that camera angle did nothing for me. We got him! Oh, there's the Onslaught Blackguard with us, that's why we're winning. His hat, combined with my hat, means that we're clearly winning. They're getting that one. I'm going to go for this one, because we don't need everybody just to go for 1 point. Because we kind of need to get 2 points to keep ourselves building ahead of order. And all the order's going to do after having lost that first engagement is they're going to fracture and they're going to go everywhere. Like every time I'm in this scenario and I just see one side or the other running back and forward out there, all I hear in my head is the Benny Hill theme tune. Because it looks so comical when you see people so far away just running back and forth. Oh, it's an engineer. Hello, Mr. Engineer. Oh, it's an engineer and a witch hunter. You go away over there. He and the engineer are chatting. So rude. Break line of sight on him. Nice, Tosh is here as well. Jesus. 3 of the buggers. Boo. Such a Zerger. NG doesn't seem to be taking much damage. So I think he had his self-heal thing down. I can never remember what it's called. It's like Bugman's Special or Bugman's something. But he had that down. That's why I switched to the Witch Hunter, because the Witch Hunter wasn't going to have that. My potions have run out. I think he might still be up there, you know? Is he? No. Sadly not. Bugman's Best, that's what it's called. That's the thing, I do such a limited amount of damage. That'll generally just heal through it. And I think, I'm not 100% sure, I think he can basically spam put that down. Off the top of my head. But again, that's the reason I switched to go for the Witch Hunter at that stage, because he wasn't going to get the benefit of it. And I would have had him too if it wasn't for that meddling Tosh. Scooby-Doo can be used everywhere. It's great. You still up here? No. I wonder what glaive this guy's using. Memory of Caligulalos. I can never say that right. It's like my mind rebels at the very thought of it. Calgalnos. Calgalnos? Calgalnos. Something like that. Mm, 6.5k, I'll take that. Did I kill anybody in this one? No. Sads. Sad, sad, sad. Didn't even get the objective score. I tell you what, I'm slipping. Either that or everybody's starting to play the objective. One or the other. Difficult to know. Seems I missed the fun with the keep. $3WN on Kanzan. What? What's a WN? Maybe he meant Witch Hunter and he mistyped. Because H is closer to N than L is. Good name to use for my new character. That's Pocknock for you. He's always giving out gold ideas. And I know that was probably 20 minutes ago that was said, but... Actually, no, it was about 6 minutes ago. But... I completely missed it at the time. Well, if nobody wants them, I'll take one. There's more of them. Supplies everywhere. Was it like an airdrop? Don't see any planes. How are we doing our round? Ooh! Nearly at 20%. Who's this? Hello. Okay. Apparently this gentleman wishes to have a fight. Come on, good sir. Oh, he's potioning. Good fight. Ah, my box is gone. Damn you, you. I'll give him a bye. Ah, he's gone. I have to go and find another box. Here, box, box, box. Ah, there'll probably be one up here at the... Doodah. Ooh! Ah, that's Night of the Blazing Sun. That'll take forever. Hey! We can complete our box mission. Hopefully. Oh no, the Night of the Blazing Sun's coming. Bonk. Now this is the interesting thing. Night of the Blazing Sun is an awful lot like a Chosen. So when they've got bolster like this, they're actually really, really powerful. Because like my Chosen when he was like mid-20s felt like he could take on quite literally any other tank in the game, no matter what level they were, and win. Okay. He's like low level, guys. You don't need to pile in on him. That was quite fun. I was enjoying that. Then it got ruined by Team Blob. Damn you, Team Blob. Damn you. I think this way is the quickest way to get the Arkeep. It's like the sloop's here. Someone just died somewhere. Oh, down there. Right. Okay, guys. I'm going to call it a night there. We've done really well. We've got close to 20% on our level, so we're making good progress. So if we can keep going about 10% a day, that should be us to 78 sometime probably next week, I would think. But yeah, it's been great to have you all here. Great to get some chat and back and forth with you all. I'm going to have a wee look here and see if there's anybody streaming. And we'll do a wee raid. Tosh is on. Tosh is always raiding me, so we'll give Tosh a raid. thank you all so much for coming along and watching. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day. I hope you all have a nice wee day tomorrow. And I'll hopefully see you back here again tomorrow night. But until then, take care, all the best, and see ya. Bye.